More and more info keeps on coming out about the Power Rangers reboot, which of course is going to be coming at us sooner rather than later. And now we're hearing some rumors that it's actually going to be set in the same continuity as the TV series. And this honestly could open up a lot of potential, but also a lot of confusion. So let's talk about all of this and how this might play out. So in case you're just catching up and you missed what's been happening, Power Rangers looks like they're not going to be using Sentai footage in a couple of years, and there's rumors that the series is officially going to end. They could transition it to like an anime or something along those lines, but it's still early on. And then we know that a full high budget film is in development, and they're going to focus on a diverse cast featuring LGBTQ+ community members. A female lead, possibly the Red Ranger, and also apparently time travel is going to be another big part of this. Now, adding on to this is new reports that due to the fact that they're trying to kind of go after the fans that really made Power Rangers what they are and have kept it alive for so long, that the upcoming reboot will in fact be set in the continuity that these shows were set in. Now, obviously, there's a few reasons I think this is a good idea, which I'll go over right now. One, if you're a fan of Power Rangers and you love the show, this is automatically the next step, right? I mean, they've already made 2 movies in that continuity, the original 90s Power Rangers, and then of course they followed that up with Power Rangers Turbo, or Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, which was actually the first movie I ever saw when I moved to the United States. You know, that explains a lot. But yeah, there hasn't been another big movie in that continuity. Now, why exactly is this important? Well, let's look at it realistically. It opens up the possibility that you can make it a time-traveling film where maybe a new lead ranger has to assemble a new team, or maybe they're already established and they have to travel through time, and you can meet up with the who's who's of the Power Rangers, such as, I would argue the most famous Ranger of all time, Tommy Oliver as the Green Ranger. You could bring back like Austin St. John, for example, who recently came back for Beast Morphers. Again, you can bring him back. Hell, you could assemble the entire original cast of who still wants to come back or who's able to, and, do something like that. So again, I could see the benefits of this, but at the same time, and this is where I'll play devil's advocate, you turn away a huge amount of people. Because again, this could be a problem. Because, there's a lot of back history and continuity and so many things that have happened since the original Power Rangers that a lot of people have not kept up with. Even I've struggled to keep up with it while actively watching it after the seasons are done. So with that in mind, I think this could go both ways. Now, what else is being added, of course, and I'll elaborate on this. I mentioned it last time. They want to shoot in New Zealand, where of course the show is shot. So again, it definitely lends more towards the story that, yeah, it's going to be set in that same world, same location, same everything. So realistically, I think this would be a smart approach, but there's one caveat I have for this. They have to reduce the budget. They have to understand they can't spend $150 million on a Power Rangers movie, and they're not going to make $400 million, right? They have to understand that. It's just not that big. And I've been advocating on this channel for a while, you can make $75 million films if you focus on the characters and still have, the big special effects. And you can deliver a good box office take of $300 million. That's profit margin right there. And obviously the toys are going to be big. So I think there's a lot to this, and there's a lot to kind of look into and break apart. But, whatever happens, I'm going to be there day one because, well, I'm a Power Rangers fan. And hopefully, they do this right, because I would honestly love to see Power Rangers become big again when it comes to films, because I would love to go every couple of years and get a new film in the same continuity, or maybe even not. Maybe just do a clean-cut reboot. I just don't care. Just give me more Power Rangers. That's all I'm really asking for.